Hello everyone, I am back again for another tea video. Probably just because of everyone like self-isolating. Everything's crazy. But I know it's important like to especially stay healthy around this time and not get sick. And for me, tea is like one of my favorite things to drink when I'm sick, and on a day to day basis, I usually drink teas that some people would only drink when they're sick, but I like the flavors of like straight green teas, ginger teas, lemon teas, teas that make you feel good when you're getting sick or so. Um, so I brought out some teas that like maybe I'm drinking right now, or in general, just like a type of tea that I would drink when I'm sick and just trying to want to feel better. Um, Excuse me. So usually I always try to have a green tea every day. I know there are some things like tea cannot cure COVID, or tea can like cure cancer. And maybe, obviously tea has antioxidants and, refreshing hydration, like hydrating. Rooibos is a hydrating tea. I don't really totally believe like that it, is gonna save your life. I love the taste, and I do sometimes feel better, especially when I'm sick. Like if you have a sore throat, licorice root is really good for your throat to make it feel better. Um, but I try not to totally listen to what people say about like teas will save your life, because it might have a factor in making you feel better, but it's not totally gonna be like you drink this tea and you're gonna be better the next day. It just might, make the symptoms less intense. But usually I will drink a green tea every day because I just love the taste. But when I'm sick, I tend to go for a straight matcha. Now, the matcha from David's Tea I usually have when I'm sick, or is matsu, I guess. That's a tea that I usually like to drink in the colder months, like fall time. I don't have to be sick. I just like drinking in the fall time when it's colder. But when I am sick, I do tend to go towards matcha just because I feel like it's more concentrated, I guess you could say, because it's crushed up green tea. But I finished up my matsu a while ago. I do have the Grand Cru matcha, which is way more expensive, and I used Tea Redemption for it, but I haven't opened it yet because I'm kind of out of the season for drinking the matcha, like straight matchas. I do like the plain matcha, the flavored, fruity, tasty dessert matchas. Like David's Tea has a lot of flavored matchas. But when I'm sick or when it's like, fall time, winter time, I do love a straight matcha. So I got this sampler matcha pack from like Winners or HomeSense. It was on sale, $7, but it was originally like $10. That wasn't that much of a deal. But you get 50 tea tubes of matcha, so a gram of matcha in each, or maybe 1 or 2 grams of matcha each. No, it's 1 gram in each little tube thing they call it. But it's kind of like an on-the-go pack, I guess. I'll open it. Inside, they're all straight matchas. Like they don't really have like no sugar really, but this is like what they look like. So the flavors are pure matcha, which I already drank through, so I have no more pure matcha. Strawberry matcha, it's like organic matcha and strawberry flavor. I don't really taste the strawberry. I don't know. I only use one packet, so I guess if you use more than one, you could taste the strawberry, but I just use one. Sweet matcha, which is organic matcha with stevia. You can taste the stevia. If you're not a fan of stevia, you may not like it, but it's not that bad. It's like a straight matcha with some sweetener. The mint matcha. I think I prefer mint, like a plain green tea with mint in it, but instead of a mint matcha. But the mint is strong in there. And then they also have vanilla matcha. Again, like the strawberry, I don't really taste the vanilla, but the mint and the stevia one, you can really taste the stevia and the mint. So I'm like half done this. I've had it for a while, and it's just a tea that I really want to drink up. So by April, I'll have this as an empty. they're not bad. Would I re-get it? Probably not, just because, I mean, if I'm looking for a straight matcha, I'd rather just have like matcha matsu. And yeah. But if you want something like that's instant and you don't have to worry about using the scoop, you can just, get pre-packed matcha. So that's okay. But when I'm sick, I do like to have a matcha, or when I just want to feel good. The next step is, okay, I don't always drink this, but I do have a couple like bags of it, like a couple sample sizes of it. It's the David's Tea Cold 911. I've had it before. I haven't had it in a while though. But it contains peppermint, apple, juniper berries with natural eucalyptus and orange flavoring. I do know that they like redid the tea blend, and the newer version has more eucalyptus, I hear. So I haven't tried that one, but yeah, some people say they feel better right after drinking this. Maybe, but it's not like it's gonna get rid of your cold instantly. Yeah, it's very minty, so if you like a minty tea, this is really good. I know some people probably just drink this whenever. You don't have to have a cold. I think I'm that kind of person where if I just want a minty tea, I would probably have this tea. But yeah, that's a good tea. So, like anything with mint, licorice root, like juniper berries is really good apparently, but like minty teas are good when you're sick. Just because I think it's good for your stomach. Like if your stomach is upset, or headaches, I've heard. But sometimes it gives a reverse reaction where some people get sick from having mint tea. So it just depends on you. If you don't like mint, there's so many other great teas that you can drink when you're sick. There's a tea from Traditional Medicinals, like a tea bag. And there's a tea called Throat Coat. That's why people would drink, like if you're a singer, you'd use your voice a lot, so you'd probably drink that. So I hear like a lot of singers would drink that tea. Or if you just have a sore throat, licorice root is really good. I'm not a big fan of licorice root, but I will drink it. Just like if I have it in my collection, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to drink it. But licorice root could be very strong. And in the throat coat tea, that is very strong. But it does make your throat feel a little bit better. Also, Stash has a tea called Licorice Spice. Again, that'd be a tea that you'd drink when you'd want to feel good. I have like 6 tea bags of the Licorice Spice, but I'm not a big fan of that. One time my mom got me a box of it for Christmas. And, if you get me tea out, I'll be like, oh, awesome, thanks. I love tea. You can get me tea whenever you want. But the licorice spice, I'm not totally a big fan of licorice. I will drink it, but it was just very strong. So when a tea has licorice root and you don't like it and it's very strong, steep it for less time so it won't be as strong. So that's a good tip for when you are drinking tea with licorice root but you don't like licorice root. Next up, now, okay, I'm a ginger tea fan. If you watch like any of my videos, I feel like I've talked about a ginger tea, especially in my empties. I drink a lot of ginger tea. It's just a tea I drink like every day or almost every day. So I have a lot of different ginger teas, but one of my favorite is Super Ginger from David's Tea. It's rooibos. It's like pink peppercorns, ginger, rooibos, stevia extract, and ginger pieces, and maybe something else. It's just a great rooibos tea. You don't really taste the stevia extract, but it just tastes ginger and rooibos. So this is one of my favorites. I don't have that much of it. I probably have like 35 grams, but when I go through what I have of it, I definitely get a tin. But us being at home, you can't really go out to get tea, so this is just a great time for me to drink up my tea. But Super Ginger is really great. Another ginger tea that I love, it's, what's it called? I don't know, it's a ginger tea with mint and nettle, maybe? But it's from President's Choice, so it's like a Canadian-based brand from the superstore, grocery store. feeling relieved, maybe it's called, but it's like ginger, mint, and fennel. I think fennel. Yeah. I haven't had that for a while, but there's a time when I'd get I probably have gone through like 4 or 5 boxes of that tea. Next time I go to the grocery store, I may actually get that tea again because that was a really great tea. That's like a tea that I drink at nighttime. Like ginger is just I probably drink through the night unless I'm really sick. I'd have it in the morning or afternoon. It just depends. But so yeah, super ginger and feeling relieved. I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like President's Choice tea selection where they have like feeling good, feeling energized, and yeah. They also have a ginger tea with Siberian root or whatever, and that's good tea. It's like a straight ginger tea. Okay, so this is if you have Book Barn in your hometown. I think it's only Canadian. But it's like, you can get candy there, you can get spices, pasta, chips, tea, baking goods, anything you want, really. But they do have some teas, and I got this tea. I don't have the ingredients, but from what I can tell, ginger, lemongrass, I think licorice root, and it's an herbal tea. It's called Ginger Booster. I just love trying different ginger teas, so I saw it and I just wanted to get it. I had it yesterday. If you've had David's Tea Ginger Crystals, which is a newer tea, it pretty much tastes like this. It's cheaper. This is probably only like $2 for like maybe like $1.50 or so for this amount. But yeah, that's a good tea. But pretty much tastes like ginger crystals except no honey in it. And another tea that's not at David's, that's not available at David's Tea. It's discontinued, but this was one of my favorites. It's Livewire Lemon. It's like yerba mate, yaupon, ginger, lemon, apple, lemongrass. Yeah, this is just good tea. I really like this. And so when you're also trying to have a feel-good tea, but you kind of want a dessert, Pu'er is a good tea base. I've reviewed this tea. It's not my favorite, but it is supposed to be detoxifying. It has chaga mushroom in it, so it's supposed to be good for you. I'm not a big fan of the taste, but if you like chocolate tea and you want to feel good, maybe this would be good when you're sick, but you kind of want like a treat. It's okay, but I'm not I wouldn't run out to buy it, but they do have it discontinued. But just, if you want to try hot chocolate from David's Tea or, I don't know, but just something sweet, I guess. Now this is what I had earlier today. Sometimes I love fruity teas, but sometimes fruity teas are all like herbals. So when I want fruity tea, but I want caffeine, David's Tea has some caffeinated fruity teas, and this one, no fruit in it, but it's hibiscus, Queen of Tarts, organic. Hibiscus is packed with vitamin C, I've heard, and guayusa is energizing. It contains stevia extract. It's very tart hibiscus, like straight hibiscus with the guayusa and the stevia. If you don't like hibiscus, you probably wouldn't like this tea, but it's good. If you like hibiscus, it's good. But I'm not a big fan of it. I'd rather have a fruity tea. But for when you're kind of feeling sick and wanting to be energized, this is a great tea, Queen of Tarts. And this is going to be the last tea I kind of talk about. But feeling sick, green tea, lemon tea even, lemon ginger, mint, those types of teas. I know a lot of tea stores always sell a cold tea or teas that are specific for colds, but they're not totally just for colds. You can drink teas for when you're cold whenever you want. It just depends on your taste buds. So this is just a straight tea. I tried it last night. I'm not totally a big fan of it, but I wanted to try it because it was new. It's wild grown rooibos from the Straight Collection at David's Tea. It's just wild grown rooibos from South Africa. but it's supposed to have a bit of a sweet and nutty flavor. It's not totally sweet. But rooibos is hydrating, so if you're not drinking enough water, drink some rooibos. David's Tea has a lot of flavored rooibos teas, but if you want a straight rooibos and not worry about all the sugar, this would be a good tea, just, straight and caffeine free, so you can drink it whenever. But those are just some of the teas that I've been drinking when I'm sick, or teas that I go to. But yeah, hopefully you have a great day and come back for more tea videos. I just really wanted to talk about the, teas for when you're sick, because a lot of people have been talking about that. And especially during this crazy time, people do not want to get sick. So, yes, if you're feeling sick, maybe have some matcha, some green tea, ginger, lemon, even hot water with lemon and honey. That's what some people do when they don't have tea. Just do that. But hopefully you have a great day. See ya.